Hey everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a very cute card using my new Enchanted Forest collection. So this is the new product here, and there's also a wonderful, I'll just show you here, this lovely paper pad. It's more of a kit, so you've got some lovely ephemera there, and there's loads. There's like two each of each sheets, there's 4 sheets. I've got a tray full. I've already started making cards and I've still got all of these, and that's just the one pack. So you're going to have plenty to use. You've got some lovely scenes there, which is 150 GSM, and you've got some checkered papers as well. And you'll see them on many of the samples. You can go to the listings on the website. So I've already shared a tutorial using this one, and I've made this very cute Christmas card. Christmas gnomes, very sweet. And that was using also my new big words. So I know lots of you enjoy these and you're collecting them. So these are going to work perfectly with all of your other ones, and you can also mix and match them with things that you might already have in your stash. Today I'm going to use this one here, Life in the Woods, with the new 3D folding mechanism, which some of you may recognise because it is a variation of the advent calendar mechanism that I had last year. This one has a slightly different size, and I've also got the addition of the grass trim. So you get your grass or you get your plain, you know, depending on the scene. And you've got your mats and layers, and you've got your larger oval there as well. But you can have any shape on this. So use your other nesting dies that you might already have as well. Star shape, really the kind of bones of it, this part here. You know, imagine if that's just plain ovals. You can put anything on this. You can build so much on it. It's a really fun mechanism, the way it all folds flat, and then it's easy for the recipient to know what to do. So you can add so much depth, but it still all folds down flat. So I've already gone ahead and cut everything. So in the set here, it's up to you how many you want in terms of these pieces, but you definitely need 2 of these and then stick them together so they're nice and strong. So these are like more of a chipboard now once they've been stuck together. And you're going to have one either side. So those you definitely need the amounts that I've just given you. But all the rest, it's up to you. There are some, I mean, Gemma's done this cute one here, but she's only, like, she's missed every other one. And it still looks really nice. This one here uses, in fact, this is a similar style that I'm going to do today. She's just got the plain semicircles there and then the ovals. So play around with it, 'cause you can do whatever you want. Now, whenever you cut these, again, I would recommend just backing them. You know, lots of our cardstock's about that 230 GSM. It's just going to be too flimsy. Stick 2 together so they're nice and strong. And then you could have the largest ones right at the very back and then graduate down to the smaller ones. But I tend to go small up to large and then down again to the smaller size. So I'm going to pop this one in the middle. You just want to push it right through and then match it in the same slot on that other piece, like so. Okay. And then I've got another large one that's going to go behind. And then another large one in front. So you can see I've got 2 slots left at the front and the back, those 3 large ones. So then I've got my medium size, that's going to go there, and then again at the back, and then at the front. And you could stamp a sentiment on the front ones. I did that with some of the samples from the Advent. And I'll add those ones actually into the playlist. But now you can see how cool that looks, and then it all folds down like so. Now, if they do move about, if you're worried that they're going to fall out, what I recommend, and I've done it on this one here, you can see they're not going anywhere. It still all folds flat. There's no issues at all. And that's because I've just ran a very thin bead of glue down each of them. In fact, you can see it's just drying a little bit there, but can you see? And it just dries a little bit clear. But do it at the back and then no one's going to see it. So all you need to do is hold them all together. I'm going to use my quick grab glue here, and then make sure it's all flush, like they're all flush with the bottom there, and just run a bead like that and just leave it, and that will dry clear, and it will just absorb into the kind of creases there. If you bend it a little bit on the side, you'll be able to go in. You could also brush it with a little paintbrush afterwards if you're not happy. So don't worry too much, but you can see what I'm doing there, and then just leave that to dry. It doesn't take too long. Okay, so now we've got that all in place, I can start to create my frames. Now, like I said, you don't have to use the ones in the set. I've got the ovals here. You could add a star, square, anything you want. You don't even have to add these. You can just add a scene, you know, just stick characters, whatever, onto each piece. You could have big trees and things like that. In fact, I've got one with the Halloween scene, and that's kind of like that. So, yeah, you don't even have to add these pieces. This is your bones, this piece here, whether it's got the grass or the plain arches. Have that already, and then you can literally throw anything on this. And I think that's why it was so popular with the Advent, which is why we brought it out on its own. So what I've done is I've got a large oval here, which I've cut. I've then cut it again in pattern paper, and then I've cut it again with the large oval and this one together to create a frame, and that's what I've then got here. So that's just using the small one inside that one and run it through your die machine in whatever colour. So I've just stuck the frame onto there because that one is going to go, I think probably on the 1, 2, 3, 4, on the 5th one. And then I'm going to have another one on the 4th, one on the 3rd, and then I can just have some random little characters on the other 2. So I'm just going to run a little bit of glue on the bottom there. I'm just going to lean down just so I can make sure I get this where I want. So I'm sticking mine behind because I like the grass trim in the front, but you may choose to have yours stuck in front, especially if you're using the plain one, it doesn't really matter. But with the grass one, I think it's quite nice to stick things behind it so that trim can be seen. Check your height as well. So when it folds flat with the grass, it's 7 inches wide, and then the height will vary depending on how you decorate it. So if you've got a specific envelope, then make sure you obviously use a ruler just to check your height there, but I'm not too worried. I'll just make one. But that now, look how cute that is. Now you could just keep that, stop there, and then add, so for example, yeah, your little cute fox there. You know, you've got the little tree trunk. Your sentiments, I like to stick mine on the top, but you could have your sentiment towards the bottom and then things in front. You could have, I think it'd be lovely as a wedding card with the plain ones, and you could have a bride and groom, so it's like almost like a cake topper. I've already created one here with acetate, and that's going to go in front, and then I want to show you how to do the next one. So I've just used the largest one again, cut it in acetate, did the same again with the small and that one together to create the rings. So I've got one to go on the front, one to go on the back, and I've already added my red tape to the back here, so I'm just going to peel that off. Give your acetate a clean. I did wipe mine before, but I will do it again in a minute. Now with the ovals, you do need to make sure they're straight, because obviously it's not like a circle, but I think I've got it about right. If you're over a little bit, you can easily trim it. So I've got a little bit of overhang on the left there, so I'm just going to use my scissors, just slightly angled so they're cutting under the card, like so. And then flip it over, make sure that's all secure. And then this is just for neatness, really. You don't have to do that, you can just stick it onto there, but I just thought I'd add another one. It does add a bit more strength as well. And just drop that one on like so. Okay, so they're all ready. So now I'm going to attach them onto these ones. So again, I want to stick it so it's behind the grass, and you just want to line it up with that one behind. So just a little glue again at the bottom, and then I find it easier to just come down, and then you can just line those up together and then stick that in place, and do the same with the other one. Okay, so now you can see how this all looks. So just got to decorate it. So I've got these bits here. You may want to decorate each layer, but it is as you go, but it is easy to obviously pop things in there. But I'm going to have a play around now. I think I do want to have either the owl on the tree trunk at the front, I'll just hold this up, or the fox. Maybe the fox actually, because the owl can then be up kind of in the trees or something. So I'm going to have a play around. It's going to be a new home card. So there's everything now stuck down. I did end up putting the sentiment at the top. I just think he looks really good at the front there. And I've added the little acorns as if it's falling from the tree. I thought the owl looked quite good popping out from the top. And then we've got the hedgehog and the squirrel there, and then the bear. I think they look very cute together. New home. And then it all folds down flat. This one will end up going in a, like I said, 7 by 7. What have I come in there? About 6.5. Yeah, I'll pop it in a 7 by 7 envelope. This one here, I popped it as a landscape oval, so that brought it down as well. But then by the time you add more decorations, so like I said, you will have to play around. But I think it looks so cute, and like I said, really easy for the recipient to know what to do when they take it out of the envelope. And you've got all your space on the back there to write your message. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial from me today. The playlist will be coming up now, so that will have this one, and I've got a Halloween one to share, and any other ones that I'll be making will be going in there as well. I've also got this lovely storybook version, so if you don't, you're not bothered about the mechanism on that one as such, but you like this kind of theme, then maybe you'll like this storybook. This is on my Mixed Up Craft YouTube channel, and this has a focus on the paper pad. So these are all the ephemera that you can pop out, and it's all done for you. And you've got your space on the back there. I've got this is 8 by 8, but I've got a 6 by 6 version as well. So if you like this style but you want a smaller card, you've got the options. So hopefully lots of inspiration there for you. All of this product that I've used will be linked in the description box below. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Give me a thumbs up because it really does help out the channel, and drop me a comment too because I do enjoy reading them. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.